Picture a design firm anywhere in the world. In 2026, a junior designer sits at their workstation the night before a major client presentation. In just 2 hours, they produce 30 polished concept images, work that would have taken a full team several days not long ago. This is not a hypothetical scenario. It is happening right now, in competing firms across every major design market: New York, London, Singapore, Dubai, and beyond. AI has not simply accelerated architectural design, it has fundamentally changed how design work gets done, and it is actively redefining what it even means to be an architect. In today's video, we break down the 5 most important ways AI is reshaping architectural practice in 2026. Stay with us to the end, and you will walk away with insights you can begin applying in your own office tomorrow morning. The first major shift is a speed revolution in the concept design phase. Traditionally, establishing an initial design concept required a minimum of 3 days to a full week. Teams would cycle through hand sketches, reference gathering, internal reviews, revisions, and yet more sketches. A process that consumed the majority of a project's early resources before any real momentum had been built. That dynamic has changed dramatically. Generative image AI platforms such as Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and Adobe Firefly now allow design teams to visualize dozens of distinct architectural moods and exterior expressions in a matter of minutes. Large language models go a step further, analyzing a client's raw brief to automatically surface key design direction keywords and programmatic priorities. Studies show that AI-assisted workflows can reduce the time spent on concept development by as much as 85% compared to conventional methods. Crucially, the time saved is not simply absorbed by other routine tasks. Architects who use these tools consistently report redirecting their energy toward deeper creative thinking, richer client dialogue, and more nuanced design exploration. Speed becomes a resource, not just a metric. The second shift is the convergence of building information modeling and artificial intelligence, and the financial stakes could not be higher. In architecture, a single design error is not just an inconvenience. When a coordination conflict is discovered during construction rather than at the design stage, correction costs can rise anywhere from 10 to 100 times higher than if caught at the drawing board. Traditional BIM software has always offered clash detection, but the capabilities were limited and often reactive. AI changes that equation entirely. AI-powered plugins integrated with industry-standard platforms like Autodesk Revit now analyze designs in real time, simultaneously flagging structural vulnerabilities, building code compliance risks, and energy performance issues as the model evolves. The results being observed globally are significant. After the United Kingdom mandated BIM on all public sector projects, design errors contributing to permit rejections fell by approximately 41%. Singapore, one of the world's first countries to introduce BIM-based electronic building permitting, saw permit processing times drop by roughly 67% following implementation. These are not marginal improvements. They represent a fundamental shift in how risk is managed across the entire project lifecycle. Beyond error detection, AI now actively proposes structural optimization alternatives that honor the designer's original intent while delivering more physically rational and resource-efficient solutions in real time. The third shift, and the one most practitioners tell us they are most eager to understand, is the practical question of how to actually integrate AI tools into a working architecture office. Many designers understand at an abstract level that AI is powerful, but struggle to identify where to begin without disrupting existing workflows or committing to tools that may not fit their scale of practice. The good news is that a field-tested, 4-step framework has emerged from leading firms that have already made this transition successfully. You do not need to overhaul your entire operation overnight. Start with one phase. Prove the value to yourself and your team, and expand from there. These 4 entry points have delivered measurable results consistently across practices of all sizes, from boutique studios to large multidisciplinary firms. The 4th major shift sits at the intersection of sustainability and technology, and it is one no serious practice can afford to ignore across many jurisdictions worldwide. Net zero and nearly zero energy building standards are rapidly moving from aspirational targets to binding regulatory requirements. In the European Union, the revised Energy Performance of Buildings Directive already mandates that new buildings meet near-zero energy standards, with progressively stricter performance thresholds rolling out through the late 2020s. Similar regulatory trajectories are underway across North America, East Asia, and the Gulf region. For years, energy simulation was a specialized discipline requiring dedicated expertise and expensive software, a bottleneck that slowed design iteration and added significant project cost. AI has dismantled that barrier. Platforms like Autodesk Forma and Climate Studio now enable design teams to input building geometry, orientation, and facade material specifications, then instantly receive automated calculations of solar gain, thermal loads, and heating and cooling energy demand, along with AI-ranked design alternatives sorted by performance outcome. What makes this genuinely transformative is that these simulations now run continuously. From the earliest schematic phase onward, adjust a window-to-wall ratio, and the energy performance figures update in real time. Sustainable design is no longer a phase bolted onto the end of the process. It is embedded in every design decision from day one, and AI makes that integration entirely frictionless. The 5th shift is the most fundamental of all. AI is actively redefining what it means to be an architect. This is where many practitioners experience the deepest professional uncertainty. The concern that AI will displace architects is understandable, but what is actually emerging in practice tells a more nuanced and ultimately more encouraging story. A clear division of labor is crystallizing between what AI does exceptionally well and what architects do exceptionally well. AI excels at repetitive tasks, large-scale data processing, rapid design option generation, and regulatory compliance checking, all work that previously consumed a disproportionate share of design professionals' time and cognitive bandwidth. What remains firmly within the architect's domain is something AI cannot replicate: the capacity to understand how people actually live and work, to read cultural and urban context with sensitivity, and to translate unarticulated human needs into spatial experience and meaning. Firms that have embraced AI tools most effectively report a consistent and striking pattern. Their architects spend significantly more time on site visits, deep client discovery, and nuanced urban context analysis. The high-value, high-judgment work that defines the profession at its best is expanding, not contracting. The competitive landscape has shifted decisively and irreversibly. AI will not replace architects, but architects who use AI will replace those who do not. That is the clear and present reality shaping the architectural profession globally in 2026, and the opportunity it represents is enormous for those who move first. We have covered the 5 pivotal ways AI is transforming architectural design in 2026, the speed revolution in concept development, the convergence of BIM and AI for smarter error prevention and compliance, the 4-step framework for putting AI to work in your practice today, the automation of energy simulation for a net zero future, and the profound redefinition of the architect's role itself. Every one of these shifts is happening in real firms, on real projects, right now, across every major design market in the world. AI tools are not perfect. Effective use still demands strong prompt crafting skills, careful judgment in selecting which outputs to develop, and rigorous human review of AI-generated results. But waiting for the tools to be flawless before you begin is a far greater professional risk than starting with imperfect tools today. The most accessible first step? Open a language model, paste in your next client brief, and ask it to surface the core design priorities. That single action, repeated, refined, and built upon over time, is how meaningful transformation begins. We want to hear from you. Which stage of your design workflow would you most want to transform with AI first? Drop your answer in the comments below. The insight you share there might be the most valuable thing anyone takes away from this video.